So now Moushu's Pilates is going to be putting up a series called Don't Be a Slouch Potato. And you guys are getting my drift, right? You know exactly what I mean. So don't spend that entire day on your couch, slouching, pokey chin, and whatnot. Let's do some exercises that are going to benefit you just in sitting and in different positions, but giving you that length in the spine, the core to work, and a little mini workout as well. In this series, we're going to do different exercises in different positions, and each one of them is going to be supplemented by me doing the same series using a prop. So we're going to use a magic circle, which has resistance, right? Or a soft ball, or what's also called the over ball. We have some sliders that help you glide through. My favorite little piece, which I call the bubble disc, though it's actually just a balance ball. And then a big ball like the one I'm sitting on. If you don't have any of these props, that's fine. You can just repeat the series, or you can use your imagination, find something in the house that works best for you. Like, for example, instead of a soft ball, you can just roll up a towel, or instead of the slider, you can put a nice slippy towel that slides with you. So as you see the exercise, use your imagination, and don't forget to like us at Moushu's Pilates, and also don't forget to send us what you have done tagging Moushu's Pilates. Looking forward to all of you having a lot of fun.
Exercises to help you get rid of that pokey chin you develop sitting hunched in front of the screen all day. So stand against a wall, make sure your spine is aligned, nod your chin towards your chest in a very small movement, and pick it back up. Maintain your spinal alignment the whole time and nod it down. Keeping that posture correct, turn your head from side to side. You can really switch off your glutes and stiffen your hips up. So we're going to do some wall squats. Fire through those muscles and open the front of the hips. Rest your back against the wall. Walk your feet just a little bit forward in a parallel or first position. You're going to maintain that hip position. Don't allow the hip bones to tilt in any direction. Keep them aligned. Slide against the wall to go into a mini squat and come back up. Remember, the more you press your heels in, the more your glutes will fire. You can add a heel raise challenge and lift yourself back up. Turn your toes out to go into your second position, or your plie squat, also called a wide squat. Rest your feet into the ground, zip your legs up. Do a couple more right there, maintaining that hip position, and add a little heel raise challenge. We're going to do some scapular exercises to correct that rounding of the back, working into those lower trapezius muscles. So watch how the shoulder blades are supposed to move. Stand facing the wall, placing your arms in a W. Glide your arms up without shrugging your shoulders and bring them back down. Keep your chest aligned with your spine. So make sure you're not popping it up when you slide your arms up. Bring it back down. Stay in that nice neutral, long arms.
So we're going to work now with the deep neck flexors, but putting a slightly unstable surface at the back and moving that so it challenges your muscles a little bit more. You're going to place the ball just behind the base of your head, and then from here align your spine, growing nice and tall, and we're doing small chin nods, bringing the chin towards the chest, and then maintaining that connection, the deep neck flexors, as we move, looking from side to side. This exercise really helps in taking that forward chin position out from your slouch potato series. Take the ball and place it just on your sacrum or your tailbone, and then hold it against the wall. We're not squishing the ball. We're going to do a few squats, fire from the glutes, open out through the hip in the next set of exercises. So you're going to walk your feet out just a tiny bit, And then we do a small mini wall squat, press through the heels and come back up. Again, remember to do as many as you like. Turn your feet out, taking that into a plie squat or a wider squat position. We go out and back, and then maintaining the ball as it rolls, not allowing the headlights to tilt, maintaining your diamond, and then you can go down and up and add a small heel raise challenge and back, and lift through the heels and back. So now we're going to take it to the shoulder scapular muscles, working a lot on what I call the lower trapezius muscles. So watch how the shoulder blade should move. Place the ball under any one hand, and then you're going to align your spine and glide the ball away and bring it back. And as you glide, keep your chest bone aligned to your torso. Don't allow the shoulders to shrug. Roll the ball away and back. Remember to switch the hand to the other side and not allow the chest bone to pop out. Feel that nice arm opening to take away again from the slouch.
This exercise is called Pelvic Tilts. It's an excellent exercise to mobilize the lower back and the hip flexors. We're going to start by taking our hands and placing it on the headlights. You want to have equal weight in both the sit bones and the tailbone in between both the sit bones. As you inhale, you're going to drop the headlights forward. As you exhale, you're going to bring the headlights up and in towards you. Inhale and take the headlights away. Exhale, curl and bring it back in. Next exercise that we are doing is called seated Sizzle. Please make sure that you move forward on the chair. If your chair does not have handles on the side to support yourself, you can cross your arms up in front of you. Feet are going to be hip distance apart. Second toe, knee and center of the hip are in a straight line. You want to make sure that your belt muscle is switched on in hole number 3. Think about a few helium balloons attached to the crown of the head, pulling the head up, and think about length in the spine and the tailbone being in between both your sit bones. We're going to inhale to prepare. On the exhale, we're going to lift the knee up towards the chest and tap it back down. This exercise works on lumbopelvic stability. You want to press down into the standing leg to lift the leg up. The next exercise is called Thoracic Extension. This works on the mid-back region of the spine. We're going to sit on both our sit bones. Hands are going to be interlaced, supporting the neck. Ribs are over the hips. You're going to think about a tomato underneath your chin. As you inhale, you want to open your heart up towards where the ceiling meets the wall. Exhale, you want to stack the ribs back in over the hips. Inhale and exhale. The next exercise is called Spinal Twist. This is a good exercise to stretch, lengthen and realign the spine. Making sure that you're sitting on both your sit bones, and throughout the exercise you want to think about the headlights pointing to the front. You can either have your hands crossed in front of you or out to the side. We're going to twist towards the left first, so you want to think about your chin and your chest bone in one straight line. As you inhale, you're going to twist to one side. Exhale, come back to center.
So now we're going to supplement all the exercises that you just saw on the chair using an unstable surface, using a nice big ball. Sitting on the ball, keeping your feet parallel, fixed to the ground, keeping your knees a little bit, if you can, lower than the hip, and then keeping that nice spine alignment. These exercises are going to add a little challenge because the ball wants to move. But they are spinal dissociation exercises. So when we're sitting for a long time, we either tend to overarch the back or we tend to collapse into the ribs. So here goes. We're going to first work on a small movement called the pelvic tilt. Fingers on your headlights. You're going to keep your feet nicely fixed. Upper back is fixed, and you're going to roll the ball in through the tailbone towards your knees and then back. And this exercise is also going to help you find your neutral. So are you collapsing, or are you arching, or can you stay somewhere right there? This is a great prop to sit on if you're going to be a slouch potato. We're going to work with scissors on the ball. So we're firing from our deep hip flexors, which we're just sitting on if we're not working through them. And this one you can do just sitting on a couch, sitting on a ball, or even in standing like we showed you in the previous one. And then you're going to lift the leg and lower, switch and lower, maintaining the ball steady under your buttocks, maintaining equal weight between both your sit bones, and firing through those deep hip flexor muscles. You're going to cross your hands, place your palms on your chest bone, and now we're going to work the upper spine, keeping the lower spine in neutral and steady into a nice chest extension or thoracic extension and back. You're going to lift through the ribs, the heart goes up to the ceiling, and you stack the ribs back up. It also works on these oblique muscles as well as your back extensors. So now we take it to the spine twist. Hands can be across, they can be out open wide, they can go up in a wide V or a Y position, and I'm going to go from here. We're working on rotation, so we twist from the chest bone, keeping the forehead, nose and chin in line with the chest bone as we move. The ball stays steady under your buttock and back. Exhale to move away. Inhale as you come back, or exhale, hold with the inhale and draw yourself back. Again, do as many as you like. Repeat the series twice or thrice, depending on where you want to work your body for the day. Thank you.
The exercise we are going to do is called Mermaid and Rotation. You are in kneeling position, knees hip width apart. Now lift your arm up, reach up and over, rotate your chest wall towards the floor and back into your mermaid. Now inhale to prepare, with exhalation on the other side. A great stretch for opening of your chest wall. The exercise we are going to do is called bow and arrow. You are in kneeling position. Lift your arm up parallel to your shoulder. Inhale to prepare and take one hand back and open your arm. Come back and straight. Inhale, exhale and open. A great therapeutic exercise for opening of your chest wall. The exercise we are going to do is called thigh stretch. You are in your kneeling position. Think of your glutes wrapping around sit bones. Tuck your belly in, arms parallel to your shoulders. Now inhale with exhalation. Think of taking your hips towards your heels. Think of your body head to knee as one arrow. A great exercise for your quadriceps and glutes.
Now, taking it into the side bend series. So we have mermaid. We're going to lift the arm. We're going to maintain that balance again. Work through lengthening through the upper chest wall, fixing your pelvis. So we don't want that hitch to take place. Reaching up and over into the mermaid. And then adding a rotation rotation, back to your mermaid, and stacking it back. One more. So we go up, then we reach up and over. We rotate and twist the chest bone towards the floor, back to your mermaid, and voila, the thighs are working. So now we're going to go into my little favorite, bubble under my knees. We're going to maintain this nice kneeling position, keeping the headlights out, connecting from the glutes by wrapping your buttock around your tailbone. And then we're going to work with the arm opening and see if we can get that twist as we move away, keeping equal weight under both the knees and coming back. It's quite a challenge. And then you move, and then you bring it all back, working on the rotation and the arm opening and chest wall opening, whilst yet maintaining your balance, really firing through the core. The thigh stretch. This one is a really good exercise to open your hip out and then really work through those quadricep muscles. So you're going to lift your arms. You're going to glide your body, keeping your shoulders and your hips all as one unit as you take your buttocks to go towards your heel and then come back up. Exhale to go away and inhale. And that bubble is really challenging me.
Hi, this is Kauthar from Moushu Pilates, and today we're going to look at a few positions that you can do lying down on your bed or on any other surface. We're going to do a series of bridge exercises. The bridge with round back, you're going to lie down on your back, and this is a mobilization of the spine exercise. You're going to first tilt your pelvis and peel off one vertebra at a time, and then put them back one at a time. You exhale to peel off, a quick inhale at the top, and you exhale to put it back down. The bridge with the flat back now is more going to be focusing on your glutes. So you're going to lift both of your headlights together vertically. Inhale to prepare, and you lift and lower. Lift and lower. As you lift, you press on the heels of your feet, and that's going to engage your glutes. And the bridge with raising one leg at a time, we're going to do it with a round back. So we're going to tilt the pelvis, peel one vertebra at a time, then keeping the headlights flat and parallel to the floor, we're lifting one leg, putting it back, other leg, putting it back, and then we place our spine back down. This is the crisscross exercise. This exercise is going to work on your abdominal area as well as your obliques. You're going to lie down on your back, interlace of fingers, place your hands behind your head. Then you go into your abdo-prat position by lifting your upper body. You take one leg into tabletop, the other leg joins in tabletop, and now you're going to cross your body and take your shoulders to the opposite hip. As you do that, your elbows stay wide open.
So now we're doing a series called the Bridge Series, which works on spinal mobility. It works on working through the glutes, and then we're going to take that into its progressions. So this is a wonderful exercise again for people who spend a lot of time sitting, because it opens out through the front of the hip. So we're going to start with gently pressing the feet into the mat, using the heels to connect into the buttock. We're going to tilt from the headlights, and we're going to peel one vertebra off the mat at a time, working into that spinal mobility. I have the magic circle around, which is giving me that little connection, a deeper connection into my glutes as I stay pressed out, and then I'm coming back. This one is called the round back bridge. The flat back bridge works more on the glutes and less on spinal mobility. So we're just going to lift the headlights using the glutes to open through the front of the hip and lower. You exhale and lift, and inhale and lower. And then adding to that challenge, maintaining that ring at a small distraction, so you have that connection with the glutes. You peel into your round back bridge. You press through one foot, connecting into those glutes as you straighten the leg and lower. Maintain the other side as you straighten the leg and lower, and lower yourself back down. This time I'm going to use the magic circle to assist me and give me some support. Take the magic circle, place the pad below your head, and then hold it, keeping your elbows wide open, taking it into an abdominal exercise called the Criss Cross. Lifting one leg up into tabletop, maintaining that little grate below your spine so you don't squish and go out of the spine neutral. Elbows are within your peripheral vision, and you're going to curl up into your abdo prep. From here, we're going into an oblique curl, and we're going to lengthen away. So we go taking the shoulder towards the hip and back and back. The head has this nice support, and we're maintaining the head heavy on the circle as we work through the crisscross, challenging the obliques and the abdominal muscles.
All four position again. Your knees are stacked under the hips, your toes are curled in, your palms are in front of the shoulders, your spine is in neutral, your neck is long. Imagine you're holding a ripe tomato under your neck. From here, hover your knees up and get yourself into a plank position. Once you're in your plank, you're going to point your toe and extend and lower and down. Keep your body as stable as you can as you lift and lower your leg. And down, point, lengthen, lower down. One last time, point and come down. Swimming on all fours. We're doing the closed chain version of this today. So start on your hands and knees. Your knees are stacked under the hips. Your palms are stacked under the shoulders. Make sure you're not locking the elbows tight. Your elbows are soft. Your spine is in neutral. And make sure you don't sink into your upper body. Your upper body is strong and active. Neck is long and in line with the spine. We will start by just extending one leg out and slowly come in. At this point, keep your center strong. Be aware that you're not leaning side to side. And down. Once you're comfortable with this, we can add the opposite arm with the opposite leg. And slowly lower down. Exhale, lengthen, reach in opposite directions. Inhale, lower down. And down. Imagine a hot cup of coffee balancing on your back. Your back is like the top of a table. You want to keep that as stable as you can. Slowly lower down. Is the leg pull prone prep. The purpose of this exercise is to strengthen your deep neck flexors, your upper body and your center. We're going to start in a kneeling all fours position. Your knees are stacked under the hips, your toes are curled in, your spine is in neutral. Walk your palms in front of the shoulders. Keep your neck long. Connecting with your palms, you're going to hover the knees up and lower down. We're going to do 3 of these and then go on to the next level of the prep where you hover, you straighten and back. Straighten into a plank and come back. 3 more of these. 1 and down and down. One last one. 3 and lower down and come back. The shell stretch or the child's pose. And sit back on your heels. Plant your hips firmly down on your heels. Stretch your arms in front of you. Walk your fingers in front. Get that length in your upper back. Feel the muscles of your shoulders and upper back relaxing. And melt into that stretch. Hold the stretch for a couple of deep breaths. Your fingers are reaching in one direction. Your hips are reaching in the opposite. Lengthen out. Relax into it. And slowly curve up and roll up all.
So now we're going into a swim series, and I have these sliders under my hand, which is going to increase my challenge because I have to control the way I move. The swim works on the entire back, going from the glutes all the way up to the shoulders, and that really works in lengthening your spine if you've again been sitting like a slouched potato. Alright, so here goes. We're going to start with a close chain movement where you move the alternate leg and arm out without lifting off the ground, alternating the movement and keeping your headlights steady and not allowing your back to arch. From there, we're going to keep the arm connected as we slide and lift the leg and bring it back and work the alternate movement, keeping your headlights connected and facing to the floor and your back in neutral. Now we have leg pull in prone prep, and this one is maintaining your stability under your arms, curling your toes under your feet, coming into that nice propped up all fours position and lifting your knees and hovering them off the floor, holding this position and lowering. Imagine you have a nice tray balancing some really yummy coffee on your back, and you don't want to spill it as you lift, hold and lower. Keep working through those deep neck flexors. Don't let the chin poke out as you work this exercise. Taking this to an all-time everyone's favorite, leg pull in prone, which takes you to your plank but using the sliders. You keep the sliders steady, take your arms out and up ahead of your shoulder space. You glide from your leg pull in prone prep into your plank and maintain that balance. Don't allow the sliders to slide away from under you, and then you go back. And then again, and then you go back. And that's the challenge because it really wants to move and glide away from you. Now we go into a stretch, our shell stretch. Using the sliders to assist, so slide the arms away, take the buttocks to the heels, feel that length. Sweep the floor with your slider and take your spine towards one side. Lengthen one slider away, feeling that stretch going all the way down. Walk your slide to the other side. Lengthen and stretch. Bring it all back and then